Hello everybody and welcome back to All the Mods 10 to the Sky. This is episode 13. If you haven't seen the other episodes, go ahead and check them out on my channel. And if you are not yet, you can like, comment, and subscribe to get notified when I upload next. Now, last time we were working on getting the ATM star, and I only have 4 more pieces left. And the next step that we were doing was working on mechanism. And we set up a fissile fuel generator right here. Once I made sure it worked, and we were producing fissile fuel, I decided we should put it in a compact machine. Well, I did a couple little things between streams. I moved the compact machine. I moved all of the fissile fuel generation into the compact machine. And I set up the blaze data model in the simulation chamber. This is getting me blaze rods. It gets me them 16 blaze rods at a time. So I currently have 720 blaze rods, which is quite a lot. And I hopped into a creative world and I started to play around with different ways that we could do this polonium generation. And I came to an unfortunate realization that the solar neutron activator has to see the sky. So I can't put it in a compact machine at all. There is no way for me to make that work. Unfortunately, that means that I cannot put my reactor in a compact machine. I would love to, but I can't. So I need to either figure out some way that allows me to transport radioactive material interplanarly, but I haven't found a way to do that. I have found a way to transport my fissile fuel between dimensions. So this is my setup again. It should be pretty much exactly the same as it was. The directions of things might be different, but every block is still exactly the same, and the end is creating uranium hexafluoride, and then the uranium hexafluoride is being turned into fissile fuel. And I have like 400 buckets of fissile fuel already, so I am not really worried about running out of fissile fuel. Mostly it is I am worried about running out of water. So I can build my reactor just super far away, and then put, like, I just need to claim the chunk, and then it will be chunk loaded. So hopefully that would be enough, but I'm not entirely sure. So we can do that today. But first I need to set up the way that I can transport the fissile fuel out of this compact machine into the real world. And the way that I am going to do that is with laser I/O. So I need 2 advanced laser connectors, which requires logic chips. I should only need these 4. So we need the laser wrench, and we need 3 laser connectors. Technically I need 4, so I'm going to need to make that chip one more time. Okay, let's cook that up. So I need 4 laser connectors. We are going to upgrade 2 of them to advanced laser connectors. Advanced laser connectors can be connected dimensionally, and then I need 2 laser nodes. And these are what allows me to actually transport the items. So this is the connector, so it connects the node to the connector to the other connector to the node. And then I need 2 chemical cards. 1 and 2. And 1 is going to be set to insert, and 1 is going to be set to extract. Now what I need is dynamic tanks. This is another mechanism thing. So I need a dynamic valve, which needs dynamic tank blocks. I have a bunch of buckets and a bunch of steel, so that should be okay. And I need just that. Well, I should get 4. That would be best. Am I running out of buckets? Yes. I'm out of iron? What? Oh no, I'm out of iron ingots. Not out of iron blocks. I was like, I'm producing like infinite iron. How would I run out of iron ingots? So then I just need a bunch of dynamic tank blocks. And this will allow me to transfer from those 4 pipes that are down in the compact storage cube and port them over into the advanced laser connector using a laser node, and then pull it back out of there with another advanced laser connector into a second dynamic tank up here on the surface. And let's see. What else did I need? I need a lot more dynamic tank blocks if I really want to get this set up. Okay, now I'm out of steel. Luckily, I can use these cold geor shards. And iron. Okay. And then we can just toss these in here and here. And throw the rest in here. And then that'll get us more iron, but we can start with the dynamic tank up here. I don't know where I really want to put it. It has to be within a range of this, because it can only transfer 8 blocks, I believe. It might be that it can transfer out of this to an infinite range, but I need the node to be next to the advanced laser connector 8 blocks away. So I want to build it decently sized. Let's just build it right here. I want to build it as a 7x7. The one inside doesn't have to be. 4, 5, 6, and 7. And I want a stickiest stick. I can use my netherite one. I thought there was an unbreaking upgrade. What is this mod called? Construction sticks. Unbreakable template. That's why, okay. The other day, when I was doing stuff off camera, I came over to this chest and there was 2 pieces of crying obsidian in here, and I could not figure out, like, I couldn't remember what I needed 2 pieces of crying obsidian for, but it was this unbreakable template. Because it requires, does it need to be a unbroken stick? And another piece of crying obsidian. Of course it is. I guess I'll rip apart some 3x obsidian and get myself a piece of obsidian. And then over here, we will take that piece of obsidian into the witch water. And turn it into crying obsidian. Okay. Now we can make the construction stick unbreakable. So now what I want is I want to extend this out. Oh, it's my shield. Alright, it's going to take away 20% of my health. Can I not just... Or the stick just doesn't work. Okay, the stick doesn't work on these dynamic blocks. That's annoying. We will put my shield back on so I can slowly regen. Guess we're doing it the old-fashioned way, but that stick will be good for when I build an island for the reactor to be in. Put this on. I also, between videos, took down that little glitched island, and it was still ghostly attached to this, and it made it so that it was counting as 0 power going through these universal cables. So I had to tear this all down and rebuild it again to disconnect it from the ghost block that was over there. Okay. I'm going to build a 7x7x4. But an internal space, actually I want the internal space to be 6x6x4, so I need to go 7x7x5. Right? No, hold on, the internal space is 5. I'll make it a 5x5x5, why not? So that is just build a 7x7x7 cube with a hollow center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll be big enough. Okay. The other thing that this, that you could replace this with is just a bunch of cables. So not the universal cables, but the compressed cables. However, they're actually named the pressurized tubes. Those would allow you to hold a bunch because they have an internal storage buffer. So that's the way that I'm going to get water into my reactor, is I'm going to create a wall of mechanical pipes. And that will allow me to basically store like 64 million buckets of water, powered by like 1 or 2 sinks, because they have an infinite throughput and infinite water. Okay. We'll put this right here. And then all around the outside and dynamic tank. And then we'll pop up here, turn on my little light overlay, and throw down a torch. Apparently up here is not torched. Alrighty. Now I just need to make another slightly smaller tank inside of my little reactor there. Reactor. It's not a reactor. This needs to go right there, and then inside there we are going to put the insert chemical card, not that side, this side. So you can see right there that it now has a laser going into that valve, and this has a capacity of a lot. Let's see, 100,000, 10,000. So 3.92 million buckets can fit in here. So that should be plenty of storage space for my fissile fuel. So we will link this guy to this, and then we will jump into my compact machine. And then in here, we are going to connect it up to this one. And that means it's working. I do need more pressurized tubes, so let me come back out here and look up the pressurized. Yeah, ultimate pressurized tube. I need all this steel. And I need more dynamic tank. And then back inside here. Over here we will build a little dynamic tank. By little I mean massive. It's going to be a very large tank, probably of the same size. I think I have enough to do that. So we might do it over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So if we have it of the same size, that means that our storage space will be 7.84 million buckets of fissile fuel storage. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, we will have plenty of space stored for the fissile fuel. Because that is one thing that we need to make sure we don't run out of. Because if our reactor runs out of fissile fuel and it starts to burn nothing, it will explode and turn into a massive ball of radiation. And that ball of radiation will murder me. You take perpetual damage in that cloud of radiation, and depending on how much nuclear waste gets spilled, determines how large that area is. In my creative world, I accidentally broke my my testing apparatus and such, and that entire creative world is irradiated. Like, the entire thing. Because I had a container holding an infinite amount of fuel, which is like 2.4896 whatever pieces or blocks of the stuff. So that was quite a bit. So I need to still just destroy that. I need to delete my creative world and build a new one. Alright, so this laser node will go right on here. We'll double check. Yeah, 3.92 million buckets. On the side that is facing it, which is west, we're going to put this extract card. We are then going to attach this laser node to this laser connector. We will then take our pressurized tubes, and we will connect this up right here. And then we will turn the sides that are I think that's the back. So the right should be output. No, because I think that didn't flow right. Unless it did. Hold on. Let me configurator pull from these. And then on the bottom here, we need to actually set this to nothing. Okay. Pull from all of those. Okay. So now it should be set to output. This should be the back should be input, and the left should be output. Is it going into the tank? It is! Fantastic. Okay, so the back is input, the right should be output, and for this one, the top is input. So the back, no, the front should be output. So it's already pulling, so that one's set up right. So all of these should say 1 millibucket. They do, fantastic. This tank should be increasing. It is. It should also be draining, which it is. This is getting pulled through there. We jump out here and look in this tank. 482 buckets of fissile fuel. And this is the only way I could find to transport anything interdimensionally. If there is a better way, you are more than welcome to let me know, and I can look into it. But there is, as far as I can tell, no way to transport nuclear fuel. Or nuclear... not the fuel, but the actual nuclear product. So I can't transport the nuclear fuel, the spent nuclear waste, out of a compressed cube into a solar neutron activator, because it just won't let me do that. There's no way for me to do a solar neutron activator in a compact machine. So this seems to be the only way that I can find to do it. But the one issue that is coming up of this is that while I am not in this compact machine, it is not loaded. So I will need to figure out some way of fixing that. So that'll be fun. Because I can't seem to find a easy way of chunk loading. Chunk loader. So they do have the dimensional stabilizer and the anchor upgrade, but there is no recipe for them. They do not exist. There's the chunk loader from Steve Carts. So I believe I just throw that in a Steve Cart and that should load this chunk. But I can also do it from the Pneumaticraft, but that means I'd have to get into Pneumaticraft to create the unassembled PCBs. I would just need an etching tank and etching acid. So that could work. But I will look into it more. For now, what I might do is just AFK in here until I basically just fill the tank. But that would take a really long time because I am out of fluorite. So eventually I will run out of uranium or hydrofluoric acid. Like I'm already draining almost 100 buckets, 100 millibuckets every 2 seconds, second and a half, something like that. And so I need to look into that. And the fluoride is the easy part. Or fluorite. Fluoride's what they put in your teeth. But the fluorite is the easy part of figuring that whole problem out. Because it's actually pretty simple. Pretty much the only way to get it is not fluorite, not flour. Fluo, right? That's how it's spelled. Took me a second, but I got there. Pretty much the only way to get it is by bees or sieving sand. So I think I'm going to go down the sieving route. If I set up an auto siever that garbages everything except the fluorite, that would solve the problem. Probably trash everything except the fluorite and the prismarine shards, because these I don't actually get. And prismarine crystals, I believe I also can't really get, except by pulverizing some prismarine shards. So I might just trash everything except those 3 items. It might be what is easiest. And I can actually set that up in my compact machine. So I just need my flux hammer and my flux sieve. I do need 2 hammers, though, because I need sand. And then I would just need a stone block generator, which I don't have over here. I need a bucket. I need 2 buckets, which I also don't have. Let me make some buckets. I forgot that I turned them all into dynamic tanks. So over here, I don't need this setup anymore. So I'm going to take one of these. We'll take the lava and we'll leave the water. Because it is still useful to me, for me to have a cobblestone generator right here. It's just not required anymore, because I've already made the compressed cobblestone piece that I need for that pulsating black hole. So I don't need that thing anymore, so I can just use it. Let me get some dirt to fill in that hole. Boom, boom. Okay. So, we'll also just use dirt in there because it's easy and I have infinite of it, technically. So, I need a netherite mesh. Netherite mesh. I need speed upgrades. Or just upgrades. And we are just going to do the gold. I am already draining enough power with that generation of fissile fuel as is. I do not need to have another drain on my power system. I need some chests. I might just do this right here. Basic to iron, iron to gold, gold to diamond, diamond to netherite. And then from there, I can do other things. Two other things. I need stack upgrades. I need to go through this whole thing again for like the millionth time. We're just going to put 1 stack upgrade in there. I shouldn't need more than that. And if I do need more than that, then I have too much. Okay, 1 diamond stack upgrade, and that should do it. And what else do I need? The chest, pipes and pipe upgrades. So 2 item pipes should, in theory, be enough. No, wait, hold on. It's not going to be enough, so I'll just... Oh, I had stack upgrades in here. How fun. I guess we're doing 2. And that's where all my fluorite is. Alright, we're going back in here. Let me dump all this out on the ground and put it in this chest. So stupid of me. Alright. So we are still going to set this up because I do need the infinite fluorite. Whether I have enough in here or not, 400 buckets is not going to cut it. Because I need, like, a bajillion plutonium to make this antimatter. It's, like, extremely ridiculous. I wonder if I can claim these chunks. We'll just do that. Huh, I can. F3G, that opens this grid. So I need this chunk, and I need 3 chunks. Technically, I could shrink this dynamic tank to fit in one chunk. And I could just do these 2 chunks here, chunk loaded. So, this one. It says I'm between 2 chunks. This chunk right here. And this chunk. So I can only force load 1 chunk. So I could move everything to fit in 1 chunk, I think. And then I can just force load this chunk here. We'll worry about that some other time. For now, let's focus on just creating infinite fluorite. So I need at least 1 more pipe upgrade. Ooh, I am still flying. So I need 1 more pipe upgrade, I think. Yes. Pipe upgrade. Improved pipe upgrade. And advanced pipe upgrade. Okay. So now I just need a sophisticated oak chest. Right there. I don't have any of this. Redstone torch. And oak chest. Okay. Now then, I can go back in here. Not quite yet. Hold on, I need a bucket of water. Alright, now we can jump back in. Alrighty. So we're going to set this up really janky and then fix it later. So this right here is going to be set to extract with the advanced pipe upgrade, and we are going to add fluorite. And it's just a whitelist, so it will only pull the fluorite. Next is this. Or not right here. We're going to do it right here. And this is going to have the ultimate pipe upgrade, and it's going to be a blacklist of fluorite. And then also of prismarine shards. And prismarine crystals. So now, on top of this, we will put the sieve with the hammer, and then the hammer. And then we want this, and then this, and then a regular item pipe that is set to extract, going in here with 3 upgrades, going in here with 3 upgrades, going in here with 3 upgrades and a mesh. And then this chest is going to become iron, and of course that reset both of these, but they should still have their stuff in them. Gold, diamond, netherite in here. We're going to throw the 2 stack upgrades. And then we're going to reset these to extract. This one was the ultimate one, and this one was the advanced one. And this is not going to have any upgrades in it. And then I need more cabling, but this is basically the setup. And then we just need to go boop, 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 and boop, boop, boop. And we will have lava on one side and water on the other. We are now generating cobblestone. There we go. Now we're generating cobblestone. Now I just need a bunch of cables, these ultimate universal cables. Cables, I do have some. Great, fantastic. Jump back in and go ahead and pull the power up to these 3. So this now has sand in it. It will start to sieve the sand. We see prismarine crystals and black quartz. Good. And then I forgot to grab the trash can. I don't have a regular trash can. Let me make one of those. Make some chests. And a trash can. And then right here, we place the trash can. So now this should only have prismarine crystals in it. And then if we wait a minute, this will complete. It sieves 8 sand, and we got nothing. Well, we probably got stuff, but it went into the trash can. So if I turn this off for just a second, it should... Ooh, back to game. Well, now we have prismarine shards. I bet the fluorite's going in here, though. Looks like it. So let's shut these both down for just a second. Yeah, we're getting 8 of each item. Alrighty, item pipe, this upgrade, this upgrade. We'll take back those prismarine crystals, and then set this back to blacklist. Okay. So this is now infinite fluorite. I need to do this same setup to make infinite sulfur. I forget it's spelled with an F. And another U. Sulfur. And this we get from sieving dust. So I need to make the same setup again, but instead just keep the sulfur, glowstone, and blaze powder. Everything else I have practically infinite of, but I should probably have it hold onto the arcane crystals as well, because I do need to get into Forbidden Arcanus, I believe, for at least one of the items for this, unless I already did. The Diorum block I have. Okay, looks like I don't need the arcane crystals. So I can recreate that exact same setup, but just have it keep sulfur, blaze powder, and we'll have it keep glowstone as well, just in case. So I could recreate that now, but I don't believe I actually have enough of these flux things. And once I leave here, it's not going to matter anyway. So I could try speeding these things up to full speed, but I would need at least another reactor, because we all know what happened last time. I do not have enough power generation for that to work, and I do not want the Wither annihilating my base. So let's start making the next thing. So we should hop quickly into create. We only need to get into create as far as building one deployer. So we need a deployer, which requires electron tube, which requires polished rose quartz and rose quartz. I need sandpaper. Really annoyingly, diamond grit sandpaper. Sure. I don't have to waste any sand on it. And here comes the annoying part, because I have to take my shield off for this. We will polish rose quartz, put my shield back on. Waste. It's such a waste. Let me bookmark the deployer. So I need the electron tube, which needs the iron plate. I need an andesite casing and a brass hand. Let me make some brass real fast. Which is zinc and copper. Do I have zinc? I have a little bit. I don't need much. Zinc and copper. Which is what pennies are made out of. Zinc mixed with a little bit of copper. But they are not brass. It is zinc with a copper coating, not an alloy. Creates us our brass. I need an ore hammer, which apparently I don't have. Let me make an iron ore hammer. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I believe I need the rest of them for this mechanical arm. Yeah, I need 3. So that's enough. And then I do need 1 ingot for the brass casing. So let me make 3 more of these. And then I need 1 for the brass casing. Okay, that should be enough. I can make the brass hand. I need this andesite alloy, and I need a log. I have used create a lot in other mod packs, but I don't particularly enjoy it. I know how to use it, it is not very fun to me. If it's just a little bit of create in your mod pack, it's just fine. It is when you have to build massive create machines that it becomes tedious and annoying to me. So I try to avoid it as much as I possibly can, which is why we're only building this and the hand crank. Because that is much, much easier. We will be making a depot. I need another andesite. Andesite casing. And I also need a brass one, so I might as well just make that now. Let me get another log and brass. And brass casing. Okay. Let me get a depot and the deployer. So, depot. 1 block up. Deployer. And hand crank. That should put the deployer down, and that's good enough. So, we need... The only reason I need these... Woof! Words! Man! Couldn't even tell that English is my first language. We need this precision mechanism, which means we need to send a gold plate on a cogwheel, a large cogwheel, and an iron nugget 5 times. So, let me make these cogwheels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then 5 of these. 5 large cogwheels. And then we need a gold plate. So a piece of gold and my engineer's hammer. And then iron nuggets. I keep fat fingering my keyboard, and that is a lifelong thing for me because of my fat fingers, but I do it a lot when I am trying to type quickly. So, gold plate, cogwheel, not all 5. So I need to do something like this. Cogwheel, crank it, large cogwheel, crank it, iron nugget. And then do exactly the same thing again. So, just again and again and again, and hope that it doesn't break. Because it does have the chance, only a 20% chance, so 1 in 5, that it just breaks instead of making a precision mechanism. So, small cogwheel, large cogwheel, iron nugget, and last time through, small cogwheel, large cogwheel, iron nugget, and precision mechanism. So, that should allow us to make the mechanical arm. Fantastic. So now all we need is this gravitational modulating unit. I don't remember why this was so... it's because I need HDPE. So I guess we're getting back in to mechanism. Woo! I love that mod so much. Not really. It's okay. As far as mods go, I think it's in every mod pack, and you eventually learn how to use it, but it is tedious, and I would rather use mechanism than create, but I would rather just not use either of them. So, we're going to do the same thing we did before. I need HDPE sheets, which means I need HDPE pellets, which means I need an enrichment chamber. The HDPE pellets need a pressurized reaction chamber and substrate. Substrate is in a different pressurized reaction chamber with hydrogen and water. That's probably easiest. I could do that once and then just infinitely cycle substrate, but I would need ethene. So we'll do this one. So I need biomass or biofuel. This is really easy to come by because I already have a crusher. So, substrate is that way. HDPE is substrate in a pressurized reaction chamber with liquid ethene and oxygen. We know how to get oxygen, but I will still go through this whole process again. And we need an electrolytic separator with water that produces hydrogen and oxygen. Liquid ethene is a little different. So we need a condensator with ethene, which is the byproduct of creating substrate. So it's pretty straightforward, but I do need to make all of these now, so yay. So I need a rotary condensator. I need an electrolytic separator. I need gold dust. Give me a block of gold. Let me go over to my crusher with 8 speed upgrades. Can't crush a block. Give it 9 gold ingots instead. Alrighty. And then one electrolytic separator, which creates hydrogen and oxygen. So the hydrogen and water from this is still the best way to go. Which is kind of hilarious that, I mean, I know it's intentional, that you need water and the hydrogen you get from breaking down water, and you also need oxygen, which you get from breaking down water. So this, I will repurpose both the hydrogen and the oxygen into the liquid ethene and into the HDPE. So I need 2 pressurized reaction chambers, so we might as well just build those now. And I need 2 more enrichment chambers. Technically I need 3, so we're just going to make 3. So 2 pressurized reaction chambers. Oh, I needed the dynamic tanks anyway. Fantastic. I think I already used them in one of the other creations, so that makes sense. And then I believe that's everything. So we are going to set this up. Although I am going to just quickly snag this. Whoopsie daisy, punched a hole in the floor. That's okay. So first we need the electrolytic separator. And this, boom, is going to input from all the sides. So we're just going to use the back. So this is going to take in water and slowly fill up with hydrogen and oxygen. And now the chemical outputs are going to be right and left. So which one's right and which one's left? Oxygen is right. I assume it means this right. I guess we'll find out. Universal cable, chemical oxygen. Okay. Yes. And then chemical left. Okay. So the hydrogen goes into a pressurized reaction chamber along with more water. So pressurized reaction chamber with a chemical input on the right. Just an input. And then, do I have any? I don't. So I need more of these fluid pipes, which I know I have plenty of. And then fluid pipe goes bonk bonk. And we start to fill with water as well. And then sorry, just responding to someone. This is it. The oxygen goes into, what was it again? Another pressurized reaction chamber? Yes. So it goes into this pressurized reaction chamber, except we are actually going to change the way this works. Sorry, all this oxygen. So we are actually going to export the chemical for the right to the front. We are going to put this right here, but with no configuration to the back. Okay. So this will output both the oxygen and the hydrogen. The hydrogen goes over here. Let's just make sure that happens. And then it turns the biomass into substrate. And the substrate, along with the ethylene, or just ethene, I think. Yeah, it's not ethylene, which is weird to me, but that's just the way it is. And the front is going to be an output. And on this one, the side is going to be an input. Yes. This is going to be an input, and this is going to be nothing. Do not take anything in from there. And then this is going to turn the ethene and the oxygen and the substrate into the HDPE. And then the HDPE is going to go into an enrichment chamber right here. Logistical transporter, boom, boom. You are going to output items to the front. Go ahead. That'll be fine. And then this will just sit there. So, this is the whole setup for HDPE. It is really not that complicated. So this will make HDPE sheets, which is what I need. HDPE pellets could also be turned into HDPE rods, which is needed for the pigment mixer, and that's it. I can also make the plastic, which I can use for sticks. But that's a waste of HDPE. HDPE sheets I need for the module base, for the SPS. Oh, that needs polonium and plutonium pellets. That's going to suck, but we'll figure it out. For the modification station and all of the upgrades, if I want to upgrade the elytra, if I want to make the mecha suit, pretty much everything for the late game needs the plastic. I could make a radioactive chemical storage cell, and that would allow me to store the... Actually, that might work. Allows me to store all of the radioactive output from the stuff. I'll have to look into that on a creative world before I full dive into just making that if it doesn't work. So, let us set up some power to these. I don't have a flux point, so we're just gonna just really ugly set this up. This is set to idle and idle. Just idle for now is fine. This is slowly filling up with oxygen, and this is filling up with hydrogen. Now I just need biomass, or biofuel. Luckily, I have 6 bajillion wheat seeds, because of a mod that makes them different levels of stuff. So, we'll throw this in here. And once we get a decent amount in here, we will start the process. And there are no speed or energy upgrades in these, so it's going to take a minute. I shouldn't be able to hear this. I turned off all of mechanism. I thought. Apparently I didn't. I'm just going to shut off every mechanism sound because I'm being deafened, which probably means the videos are loud. I know the videos are loud because I edited them, and I realized that my game audio is low for me, but apparently when I record my game audio, it records it at a much higher volume. So, I'm sorry for how loud the last 2 videos were, but I should have fixed it. you make any ethene? Chemical input to the left? Hello? Is it a fluid? Oh, I need the rotary condensator. This doesn't work. Well, that's a waste of ethene. That's unfortunate. I need it to be here. I need the ultimate pressurized cable to go here, and I need this to be not anything. And I need it to be output over here. Okay. So, not the front, but the left. And then the rotary condensator, let me give it some power, is going to condenstrate a chemical in the back as an input and the right as an output. And this is going to turn the substrate into HDPE. I'm going to grab the rest of this biofuel, and let's see if I now have it set up correctly. Rotary condensator. Yes, liquid ethylene, and it is being... Oh, that's right, this doesn't transport that. It'll have to be, I don't know, a fluid pipe. Fluid pipe will do. Ah! I hate the wrench sometimes. Like, seriously, the fact that the wrench can't pick up this block, but it'll break any other block I shift right-click on is just ridiculous. Alright, HDPE. There we go. Now, HDPE pellets. I probably need to hold one. Yeah. Is going to be turned into HDPE sheets, and that is all of this. I need like 4. But this will just keep running until it runs out of biofuel. I could turn biofuel into energy if I really wanted to. They do have a biofuel burner, but it is not really necessary. It also does take 3 HDPE pellets to make a plate. And I don't have this auto-exporting the HDPE into sheets. So we will now let it run. And I think that the HDPE was the only thing stopping us from making this gravitational modulating. Okay, we do need these, which needs an ultimate energy cube and elite induction provider. So I need 2 of these, which means I need 8 of these, 16 of these, 32 of these. So I guess we're making 32 of these. I need like 64. So I need 64 energy tablets. I can make 34. Give me more copper and redstone. So we'll jump back over here and go, there you go. Oh, it's 5. I apparently accidentally grabbed 6. Let me make a stack of enriched redstone because that means I can do 8 stacks. And we'll start with this many. Go. Bum-ba-dum-ba. Just waiting on this. See? Mechanism is so much fun. Okay. basic energy cubes. Sure, make 32 more. That's fine. And now I need 32 of these. 53 is fine. I'm sure I'll use them. 32, that should be exactly enough. I need lithium dust. Ugh. So I need a chemical crystallizer. I need lithium, which comes from liquid lithium in a condensator, which I get from brine in a thermal evaporation. And I need water in a thermal evaporation controller. Okay. We will get to that eventually. I might make all the setup off stream and then record the actual building of everything on camera, so you can see me build the basic induction provider all the way up to this. But can I build the module base I need for the jetpack unit? No, because I need polonium. And I need jetpacks. Well, the jetpacks are easy. I just need more steel. And apparently I don't have enough. Coal and iron. Give me like 5. And then all that in here. Okay. So it is annoying that I am being stopped at every turn by just another multi-block. But, I mean, that is mechanism. So, yeah, it is what it is. I could start building the other machine right now. Yeah, that's I'm too lazy to get that right now. But I need lithium for these basic energy cubes. No, the basic induction providers. And then the basic one turn into the elite one. Oh, I never flagged the advanced one. So the advanced one doesn't require any lithium, so that's good, but it does require a bunch of advanced energy cubes. So I need what is that? I need 4 of these, so 4, 16, 32, 64. No, hold on. 4, 16. It's times 4, not times 2. I'm an idiot. I'm gonna need a lot. So I need a lot of lithium dust. So I need this chemical crystallizer, and I need lithium. Lithium is made in a rotary condensator from liquid lithium. Liquid lithium is made in a thermal evaporation controller. And it's made from brine, which is made in another one with water. Okay. So I need 2 valves per and 1 controller, I think. And the blocks are made from bronze. I'm so tired of making bronze. I had to make 25,000 of it. Okay, I need so many superheating elements. I made 20. That'll be fine, right? I don't know how many I need, but I'm just gonna make as many as I can. And then we'll jump to the mechanism thing and see if it tells me how to build this thermal whatever machine. It's gonna be the mechanism reactor, isn't it? Induction matrix, QIO, fissile fuel. Fission reactor, thermoelectric boiler, turbine, SPS, fusion reactor. Tritium is unfortunately not as easy to get as deuterium is. We'll need a thermal evaporation plant, well actually two of them. One to turn water into brine, the other to turn the brine into lithium. Okay. So it doesn't actually tell me how to make this. Unfortunate. But I think I remember. So I can give it a shot and we'll see how it goes. I need 2 valves. For fluids to be inserted and extracted via external piping. Yes. And then I need one of the controllers. So, from my understanding... Well, first things first, let me finish up the substrate. From what I remember... It is one big multi-block like this. And then in the front here, you need your controller. And then here, a valve. And on the other side, another valve. And then you just build it up. I could be completely wrong here, but I'm pretty sure, yes! Those red particles means it works. If it doesn't expel those red particles, it means you've done it wrong. And I know I'll need 2 of these, but I can always just craft more. Okay. Place a torch down, and let's take a look. It has a height of 6. I need power to this thing, I think. Maybe. No? No power? Okay. Whatever. Okay, it says 300,000. Oh, that's the temperature. The taller you make it, the higher temperature it is, I think. So we just need to pump water in here. Luckily, I've got a water source right here. Water right into this valve. Should fill with water. I think needs a lot more heat. I need a height of 18. Jeez Louise. Let me see if my building wand can actually do anything here. And grab my stick. No, because I can't build on mechanism things with a stick. I can build on them with building wands. Why can't I with sticks? So that's a height of 6. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's how tall I need it, and I need 2 of these. I don't think I'm going to have enough blocks. I'm definitely not going to have enough blocks. I avoid playing with this thermal evaporator for a reason. Because it's so frustrating. Yeah, I'm gonna need a bunch more blocks. That's fine. Thermal evaporation blocks. I need more superheating elements, which means I need more steel casings. There's 57 of them, but I need more steel. Because of course I do. That in there. And then coal. Okay. All right. 595 buckets. Yeah, this isn't fully formed because it's not fully connected. And I don't need this anymore, I'm pretty sure, so we're gonna break this down. And then we're gonna grab this and just pick all these up. Okay. So now we'll grab the steel. We will start crafting. Superheating elements, 57. Thermal evaporation. I'm gonna run out of steel before bronze. That's a good sign. Okay. Now let's see if that is enough blocks. I could do the math and figure it out, but I don't really want to do that. I don't want to figure out what 16 times whatever this number is. I mean whatever this number is. It's 12. 16 times 12. 192. I think. Okay. The height is now 18. The temp is too low. How do I raise the temperature? Do I just need to shut off the water pumping into it? Do I need to put superheating coils underneath it? How does this work? Tell me. It's tritium. I don't need tritium. Alright, I give up. I'm going to Google. I'm just going to Google because Google's my friend. Let's see. I need solar panels. Yeah, I need to put solar panels on top of it. Specifically from mechanism. Mechanism, solar generator. One of these requires 4 of these. 4 of these requires 3 of these. And I'm out of infused alloy. Luckily, I've got like 4 stacks in there. Okay. So I need... more glass. I'm always running out of something. Such is the cycle of life. Outside of the game, I'm always running out of patience. Not really. I'm a very patient guy. Just give me like 26 of them, that's fine. I can make 1. Need more energy energy tablets. They don't stack. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. I need more glass. I think that should be enough. Too short. Too short. There we go. 16 solar generators so that I can make... I miscounted, because of course I did. Just my luck. 4 advanced solar generators. To make it 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I cover the top? Like, do I do this? No, no red particles. What is the problem? These 4. Let me take this wrench out of my inventory. Okay, that still works. I'm pretty sure the corners don't matter at all, but... Okay, 4 solar generators. I am now making brine. Fantastic. My temperature is rapidly increasing. Let's start pumping in water. I'll get a tank to pump out the brine. Where's my jumbo tank? Did I throw it in this chest? I swear I had a jumbo tank. Like this. I had a second one. Could have sworn. Alright. Guess I'll just make another one. Jumbo tank made. And we will put this right here. And then I need mechanical pipes right there. Now I can take the configurator and set it to configure. Mechanical pipe, out, out, and in pull. And the jumbo tank is filling. I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. Let's throw it out on a mechanical pipe here too. Why not? Let's go crazy. It's now rapidly filling with water. Its temperature is so high. It just needs 300, not 4 times that. Can I take one of these off? I mean, it can. I'll take a second one off. Why not? And I think that'll be enough brine. Okay. I now have 1,000 buckets of brine stored outside of this. It has another 10,000 in here. So I think I have enough. But now I need a second one of those. So now we come back over here and we make another thermal evaporator controller. We make one of these and 2 of these. And then, just across from this, right here, we're going to build another one. Actually, you know what? We're going to build it just off the edge here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And then right here, we're going to put the block, the valve, and then right here we're going to put the other valve. So now we just build this up and hope I have enough height to go to 18. Its current height is 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Height of 18. Except not really in the corner, because the corner is going to have this advanced solar generator in it, because apparently that's a requirement, but it doesn't say in the quest book. So this side will have to go 1 higher than the solar generator right there. And then we're going to make sure the corners go all the way up as well. Just 'cause we can. And I prefer my builds to be complete, not having, like, missing corner pieces, anything like that. Like, I know my builds are ugly. I'm aware of that. Like, I just have a floating platform in the sky. Like, it's not supposed to be pretty. But I do prefer to have at least some symmetry, if nothing else. So, no missing corners, no holes in the floor, nothing like that. Let me fly out, put it down, and then this corner right here gets another advanced solar generator. Is this producing? Yes. Its temp is 299.81 thousand. That doesn't seem right. Why is this one so low? Never mind, it's still high. What the hell? Why did I make 4 advanced solar generators? I probably could have done it with just solar generators. And that is so much cheaper. Okay, my light overlay is reversed. That's nice. That's great. Okay. Now we take the brine. We're gonna start from right here with our configurator. So now this is an infinite loop. And then we're gonna pipe it on over, going over these other blocks so that I don't accidentally pipe in brine. And now I am making liquid lithium. And I have made so much already. I've already made 10,000. Its temp is almost at 600,000. This thing is insanely powerful, apparently. And we make another jumbo tank. Or 2. I'm out of iron ingots. That's how much of these jumbo tanks I'm making. I'm having to take iron out by the stack, and it's not even just to make steel. We'll make 2 jumbo tanks. On the output right here, we're going to put both of them. Ultimate mechanical pipe. Output. How much are we making and how fast? Okay, it's empty. We're making 550 millibuckets a tick. We're out of brine? It's because we're out of water. Alright, let's kick this back into gear. Let's just make so much lithium, because I don't have the math for how much I'm gonna need by the end of this. Alright, we're making almost 600 millibuckets a tick. Is that enough for the lithium? Oh. Are we starting to catch up? We are. We're starting to overtake the production of lithium with the production of brine. That is insane to me, honestly. Alright. Well, I need a rotary condensator to turn this into lithium, the metal, and then I need a chemical crystallizer. How much refined obsidian do I have? Quite a bit. I need 4. That one, I need this one. So I need 4, I need more ultimate control. I think I just need the 2. And then I just need to go get some fluorite from in here. Because I do have all of my fluorite in here. That's enough. Just grab those there. And then I just need some osmium for my osmium compressor. This bad boy right here. And then I should have the crystallizer. And then I need the condensator and then the crystallizer. But the condensator is pretty easy. I just need another tank. I don't know if I ever held one of these in my inventory, to be honest. And a tank. I know I've held one of those in my inventory. Okay, rotary condensator. I need probably just 8, to be honest. And then energy upgrades as well. That we can do the full 16, because that doesn't hurt anything. Okay, Now, I just need the chemical crystallizer. I need the steel. Always out of steel. Okay. Steel casing. Chemical crystallizer. We are going to come all the way back over here. And we are going to put this right here. We are going to put a mechanical pipe pulling in here. And the fluid should be an input, yes. And then the chemical should be an output. Okay. Chemical crystallizer with a pressurized tube connecting these two, pulling from that one. And the chemicals should be coming in, yes. And then it should compress it, or condense it. And this should be condensating, right? Condensating turns it into the chemical. No, so I need to reverse condensate lithium into liquid lithium. I'm making liquid lithium, so I need this to decondensate. Pull in the liquid lithium. Unless it is condensate. No, decondensate. Turns it into lithium. This will make lithium dust. So, we are going to put... let's start with the energy upgrades into both of these. And then 4 speed upgrades. Yeah, speed of 4 times. Speed of 16 times. So this is doing it much faster than that is. Let me put down one on this side too, to help pull from both, because this one's going to run out. Oh, but it's filling. That's cool. This is now making lithium dust. I will then be making an ultimate logistical transporter. Let's see. Can I set the logistical transporter to connect into the pipe? I think so. I can. Fantastic. Then it will just send it over to this chest, because it can't go in here. Fantastic. Eject off. Eject on. Eject the lithium dust. Does it have to be connected to the chest itself? It might be. Bop, 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 bop. Yeah. That's unfortunate. But technically I can now use this to pull out of it. And then take these out of there. And now, whenever it succeeds, it should pop into here. Make a blaze prediction. Make the blaze rods. Blaze rods will go in here. Okay, fantastic. I am now making lithium dust. Honestly, let me get rid of the jumbo tank. I don't think it's helping. So, we're now almost producing 750 millibuckets per tick, with a temp of almost 700. How hot is this one getting? The same? Okay. Okay. We are backing up on liquid lithium, which might be a good thing. Let me check my power. Is it keeping up? No. No, it is not. Yeah, it's really not. But that should be fine. What I am gonna do is see if I can run this. All the way over to the wither thing. I want my magmatic generator to be running only this wither, so that if the rest of the power goes out, this can support it with 32 million FE until I can get power up and running again. Is kind of my thought there. Let me set my configurator to wrench and just break all this, I guess. I don't need these pipes over here because I'm not collecting that energy anymore, those crystals. I will leave that pipe that's underneath there going because it does help hold energy in these pipes over here. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Are we stable? Are we stable on power consumption? We've hit stable mass. I wonder if it was because of those cables. Like, one cable would dip a little bit, and then it would try and refill everything. Let's see what's underneath here. It's over one more, because of course it is. Okay. That's not necessary. We will remove all of this cable and put my dirt back. We also don't need this right now. It is really unnecessary. But what I can do is remove all of these green cables over here and replace them with the purple ones. Okay. And then I don't think I need this cable running under here anymore. I don't know where any of my cables run anymore. So we're gonna rip up my grass and find out. Because I'm using flux points, so I don't know if any of this is even necessary. This is disconnected. So remove that one. Where does this go? Not this far. Right here. Okay. I just have cable running everywhere under my lawn. That is unnecessary. That's fine, I guess. We'll just take it apart. All of the important stuff is hooked up to purple cables now. And to the flux points. I don't know if I have enough dirt in my inventory. I definitely do not. Okay, let's... One, sleep the night away, because I hate how dark the night is in Minecraft. And then, grab some more dirt. The 2x is fine. Okay. I need to take care of that later. But let's get rid of all of those basic cables. We just need that one right there. That one. That one. Okay. And now we just fill in the gouge in my floor. Okay. Now we've removed all the cables and just replaced it with ultimate universal cables right here. And we already have more power storage in the cables than we ever had before. Boop, boop. Set that back to draw. And then I think we had a cable running this way. Yeah, it just kind of floats there. So let's just get rid of that, and get rid of that, and then that right there. Now, we seem to be holding okay, but we're only holding, we're not generating. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Why are... Let's just fix that while we're here. This shouldn't run out of power. It is also powered by my flux point. So this is constantly draining power, because if this runs out of power, the wither is released. This has almost 8 buckets of ether gas in it, which is pretty good. Okay, now that we've messed around with the power a little bit, let's check in with our lithium, see how it's doing. We're up to 296 pieces of lithium dust. We have 255 buckets of liquid lithium, or liquid lithium in these pipes. Another 670 buckets in those pipes. We aren't storing any brine anymore. Though maybe we should. If I just break this cable, disconnect the brine for just a second, hook this up. It now fills in here. And then configure it to draw out from the top. That way, if this fills up and it starts backing up on lithium, it'll then start backing up on brine, so that when the lithium does eventually go through, it has a backup. Just in case. You never know. So yeah, we have set up lithium. We have set up fissile fuel. And we have taken care of some wiring issues. That's where I'll call it today. Thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy, please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get notified when I upload next. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.